Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're reviewing the 75 to 300 millimeter lens from Canon. This is a very dark lens actually. It's an f4 to 5.6, so we're going to be heavily reliant on the sunlight as it escapes because it's evening. So the biggest thing that we want to figure out today in this video is at a price point around $200, is this lens worth it? Today we have our lovely model, we have a very fine gentleman here, Mark, with us, and he's agreed to come with our shoot and get some good portrait photos. So let's go. Just making sure the focus is on his eyes or his face, and then I can slowly adjust from there. The biggest thing we're gonna have to combat is, since it is a 75 to 300 and it's very zoomed in, we're gonna have to use a very fast shutter speed in order to minimize any motion blur. The reason why I'm stressing a faster shutter speed is because just the slightest movement really jostles our subject in the frame. I'm not quite sold on saying yes or no quite yet, so we're gonna go up to town and get some more shots, and then we'll have our final say there. So I have his face angled here in such a way that the light hits one side and has some depth, some motion, as much as we can get with a soft light on his right side of his face. I am currently shooting at 400th of a second at f4.0. ISO is at 400. All right, so now we're across the street. We're easily 15 meters away, and we're gonna zoom out all the way to 300 and see how close we can get from this distance, as well as seeing the image quality as far as sharpness and the bokeh in the background. You can really see how this lens is struggling to keep still, as you have to really keep this in tight. So this is where a tripod would come into play. However, if you're more of a run and gun sort of shooter, more of an adventure style, you don't want to be bogged down taking a tripod or a monopod, it really helps just to know how the camera works with the lighting. Increase that shutter speed so you have minimal movement and just work with as much light as you can. Jack the ISO up if you need to. All right, great. We're gonna go on the main street. Let's see some of these right now.
Shoot.
Oh, shoot, man. Can you stand right there on that line?
On this line?
Yeah. Throw your arms up like triumph, not like ridiculous, but just do your own thing. And actually, this time do it with one arm. Also, it's getting later in the evening, so we're jacking our eyes up to 1600. That gives us a couple more stops of light to work with. And so the main advantage with that is we're able to keep our shutter speed at a reasonable rate of 1/400th of a second. I don't want to go anywhere below like 300 or 320. All right, let's go. Stand. Actually, let me look through my camera real quick. All right, back up. Jeez. I know, 75 is really zoomed in. Turn your head right a little more. Okay, great, perfect. So I'm going to kind of do all this work as to making you look like you're looking at that, when in reality, you're not. 75 is super zoomed in. Up the ISO even further to 3200 because it's really dark now. Look past me. Ooh, the glare in your glasses. Oh, get back over there. We're gonna get the glare in your glasses, shoot.
Selfie through the reflection in my glasses.
In conclusion, I'm rather impressed with this lens. Do I think this lens is worth part of your camera bag? Is it worth the space? And at first I thought I was gonna have an easy no. I was gonna dismiss this off pretty quickly. But honestly, we've got some pretty interesting shots. It's much more versatile than I originally thought it was gonna be. Once you understand how to get the correct exposure, once you have a better understanding, I would first highly recommend a different lens, as far like maybe the Nifty 50, because that's super versatile. But this actually isn't as limiting as I initially thought. However, a year and a half ago when I first picked up the camera, I did think this lens was absolutely horrible. But it's not. Great. Well, hope you guys liked that video. Please hit the like button, share with a friend, someone else that you know who's into photography or not, and we will see you in the next one. Peace. Bye. That's a wrap. Get out of the shot. This is the outro scene. Oh, yeah. Bye.